Man, let's talk about the NFL and how crazy of an offseason this was. Okay, so I'm not even gonna script this. I'm just gonna talk about it and just like whatever comes to mind comes to mind. So like, can you say craziest offseason ever though? Right? Like this has to be. I can't think of anything that comes close. Like Russell Wilson is a Denver Bronco. Bobby Wagner is a little LA Ram, which by the way, go Rams all the way. Shout out my boy Matt Stafford. Yeah, he a Ram. Freaking what other things happened? There was so much that happened. It's like it's been mind-boggling to like keep track of everything that's gone down. Obviously, in that Russell Wilson trade, Drew Lock is now with the Seahawks, and I personally, as a Missouri fan, I love Drew Lock. I hope he turns it around there. It's just there's no denying that's a downgrade from Russell Wilson, right? So Seahawks could be rebuilding. Um, was it Devonte Adams in the Raiders? Like at the Raiders uniforms, right? He's wearing a Raiders uniform. Is what I'm trying to say. I'm fucking terrible at talking. He's in a Raiders uniform, bro, playing with Derek Carr, just like back at Fresno State. That connection could be something special. Derek Carr hasn't really had a true wide receiver one. Obviously, the stuff went down with Henry Ruggs. That was terrible. But outside of that, he's had Hunter Renfro, who is great, but he's not a traditional wide receiver one, not like Devontae Adams is. So him having that weapon there, I don't know if it's going to make a difference given how stacked that division is, which, by the way, that division added Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson on the Chargers. I think the only team that somehow got worse from that this whole offseason was probably the Chiefs because they lost Tyreek Hill. But even then, the Chiefs are going to adapt to that. I truly believe that. Tyreek was a monster for them, but they still have Patrick Mahomes. They still have Travis Kelce. They still have so many weapons that it arguably won't matter that much. It'll matter. That's still an incredibly consistent, talented receiver, and probably the best deep threat the league's seen in a long time. The only ones that have come close, in my opinion, are like Deshaun Jackson in his prime and like Randy Moss. He's incredibly talented, incredibly fast. So obviously they're gonna miss him, but like the Chiefs, I think will be fine. But they are in the toughest division in football. The Raiders are now a threat with Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones. Like, no, they're legit. They're gonna be a tough team. The Chiefs are obviously talented as ever. The Chargers added so many pieces. The Broncos got a franchise quarterback. That division is going to be so much fun to watch. I cannot wait. On the other side, that's the AFC. There's so much more going on in the AFC too, but just I want to talk about the NFC. Like I said, the Rams, Bobby Wagner, they lost Von Miller. OBJ is still up in the air. They traded Bobby Trees, which, I don't know how I feel about that, especially if they don't keep OBJ. Because then they traded him and they got Allen Robinson, not in that trade, but they have him in general now. He's a great receiver, but it's just I don't like trading Robert Woods. But even still, like that team still looks great. I really like. I want them to repeat as a Rams fan. Will they? I don't know. That's tough. If I'm being honest, I didn't even think they'd win this chip at the beginning of the year. I was really nervous, especially at times because there was some ugly points in the regular season. But they got it out. They did it. I'm super happy for them, especially my boy Matt Stafford. But yeah, this season they look good. I hope they can continue to dominate. Um, the Packers got worse significantly. They re-signed Aaron Rodgers, which is huge, but they also lost Devontae Adams. And I think was it Equimna St. Brown they lost as well? Oh no, or Alan Lazard. They lost one of the two. So like their receiving core is just decked. Like it's great to have Aaron Rodgers, but who the fuck is he gonna throw to? Like what? Outside of that, the the Bears lost Khalil Mack to the Chargers. Obviously, the Bears weren't really a threat in the first place, but I feel like even more so now they're not a threat. Which I mean, I'm cool with that, but I do feel bad for Chicago fans, especially because like being from Illinois, I know so many of them. It is an absolutely abysmal state that they're in. Best of luck to him. Hopefully, Justin Fields works out. I'm not sure if I'm a believer in him, but maybe he can turn around next season. Speaking of which, next season is going to be so big for all the rookie quarterbacks. Mac Jones was the only one that really looked decent last year, and even then, I think he benefited a lot from the system he played in because Belichick's system is it's fantastic. But like Trevor Lawrence wasn't that good. Justin Fields wasn't that good. Zach Wilson wasn't that good. They all showed flashes, though. I think that's important. They all showed flashes of what they could do. I think they could all develop into really good talents. Especially, I think Lawrence and a lot of people don't believe in Zach Wilson. I seen him do some great things though. I'm a believer. I could be proven wrong though, because like I said, I was a believer in Drew Lock too, and I've definitely been proven wrong so far. But I hope he turns around. And as for Fields, I'm biased because I'm not a big Ohio State guy, you know. But if he turns it around, I'll be happy for him. It'd be good to see Chicago actually have a quarterback for once, because historically their franchise has been awful for quarterbacks. The best quarterback is like Sid Luckman or Jay Cutler, and neither of those guys were amazing. They were good arm talent, but not like amazing. And just overall, like it'll be interesting to see. It's just yeah. In this offseason, Von Miller went to the Bills. That's where the Rams lost him to. That's a scary team. The Bills, outside of that one division, might be the scariest team in the AFC. Even with that division, they might be the scariest team in the AFC because they were already so dominant on offense. Then their defense just got even better. Like, yeah, Von Miller's old, but he's shown to be still an effective pass rusher and just an effective player as a whole, even in his like mid or like early 30s. I think he's like 33, 34, which isn't old as a person, but for like a pass rusher, it's a decent age, But he's shown to still be very productive, and I'm assuming he'll continue to be in that Buffalo Bills jersey. That team is no joke. I really think had they won the coin toss last year in the playoffs, they probably would have made the Super Bowl. The Bengals would have been a tough beat for them, but like anything's possible. But and that's another thing. The overtime rules were changed now for the playoffs, so like that situations like that won't happen anymore, and that's going to be so exciting to see, in my opinion. I think some people weren't a fan, but like I'm so excited to see how that plays out. Like so much has changed in this offseason, not just for the players and like the teams, but like the rules too. It's been so exciting to see, and like I think this past season was one of the best in NFL history. I think this next season could be even better. Like it's genuinely panning out to be that amazing. I'm so excited for it, and I hope I can continue to talk about it as time goes on. And I'm sure there's just some stuff I missed talking about this offseason. There was so many moves, so much movement. I just kind of talked about the big things. There was other smaller players. Oh, one more I do want to mention. Amari Cooper's a Cleveland Brown now, and Deshaun fucking Watson. Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper on the Browns. I don't know how that slipped my mind. That one's gonna be insane. I think Amari Cooper is incredibly talented. He's been fantastic. Most places he's went. I think he was great in Dallas. He just got traded because I think cap space or like I don't even know the full reasoning for that. Or I think he was released actually. I don't even think he was traded. I don't remember. And then he was traded from Las Vegas. I know that back when they were Oakland, and like that was like just a bad situation for him. But he was good early on there, and he's a very talented person. I think with Deshaun Watson, I think he would have been good with Baker, but with Deshaun, he's going to be next level. Like I'm very excited to see that. I don't know if the Browns are. I don't know if there's gonna be enough to keep the Browns like in real contention. I mean they still have a good defense. Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett. Their team is still good. It's not bad. It's just like the AFC is so stacked at this point. I don't know if they're gonna be in contention, but it's gonna be a fun team to watch, and I think they could very well make the playoffs. And it's just there's been so much to keep track of, man. And I'm so excited for the season. And yeah, hope they continue to talk about it and just like I don't know. It's been so much fun. Peace out.